Welcome to Cut the Sith Comic Book Reviews. I am your host, as always, Colin McSorley. Today we'll be going to Star Wars Issue 6, The Destiny Path Part 6, written by Charles Soule, art by Jesus Saez, color by Jesus Saez and Arif Prianto, and lettering by Clayton Coles. This issue is the last issue of the Destiny Path arc. It starts out back on Corellia. Luke Skywalker trapped in what looks like could be his watery grave. Verla calling herself a fool for trusting the goddamn son of Vader. And as Luke sits there drowning, R2-D2 shows up and knocks Verla out with a nice little shock blast. Frees Luke. Luke awakens. Verla's tied up. She thinks he's gonna kill her, and he's like, "Look, I ain't gonna kill you. I don't kill defenseless people. I'm not the son of Vader. I'm just Luke Skywalker." And she's like, "Skywalker? I've heard stories about Anakin Skywalker from Ferrum Bar. Only stories I know is he used to be a Jedi, was a hero of the Clone Wars. Something happened, and he became Darth Vader." And then Luke tells her, he's like, "Look, the Force brought me to you. Showed me a vision of you handing me a lightsaber. Do you have a lightsaber for me?" She's like, "No, I don't have one, but I know you can get one. Old Jedi Temple, High Republic era." And Charles Soule is right in the first book in the High Republic. Light of the Jedi comes out January 6th. So Charles Soule also writing this comic. Verla he's tying into his Darth Vader book, his Darth Vader comic from 2017 by introducing Verla. And he's tying into the Light of the Jedi book that he's writing by tying in the High Republic era. But Verla tries to talk Luke out of becoming a Jedi, so that he doesn't have to listen to the Force, that the Force is just using Jedi and the Sith like tools, and he can ignore it. Doesn't have to listen to the Force, doesn't have to give into it. How she tried to become a Jedi, she tried to do what Ferrum Bar said, which was find a master, find a lightsaber, become a Jedi, but she was just hunted by Vader and his Inquisitors all over the galaxy to the point that she gave up. She's now in hiding, living her life as a nice little fisherman. But Luke's like, "Look, the galaxy needs me. I need a lightsaber. The Force sent me here to find you for a lightsaber. You said you knew where one is, so tell me where it is." So she tells him where it is and tells him to, like, "Hey, never bother me again. If you want to help me out at all, just leave me alone." So Luke heads to the Jedi Temple in the Outer Rim, Kempis, and he finds a lightsaber. It is one of the Jedi Temple Guard lightsabers with the yellow blade. Looks pretty awesome. I wonder what's gonna happen with those lightsabers, because if you've seen Return of the Jedi, which takes place in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, he doesn't have the lightsaber, this Jedi Temple Guard lightsaber by Return of the Jedi. He has one that I assume he custom built himself with the green blade, but right now he picks up a Jedi Temple Guard hilt, has the yellow blade, and I didn't see this one coming at all. The fucking Grand Inquisitor, one of the main antagonists of the first 2 seasons. I'm not sure. I don't remember if the Grand Inquisitor was only in the first season of Star Wars Rebels or if he was in season 1 and season 2. But anyways, he was one of the main antagonists of Star Wars Rebels. And when you learn in the Flash, and not really a Flash, it was more like a Vision quest that Kanan was on in one of the Jedi temples during Rebels, you find out that the Grand Inquisitor was a Jedi Temple Guard before he turned to the dark side, before Order 66, before he decided to become an Inquisitor. And at some point during Rebels, we presume he gets killed. But instead, he's serving almost a similar purpose that the Red Skull was doing in Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, where he's like this spirit that's like forced to be connected to this place for eternity, I assume, because he's not alive, but he's also not dead. And Luke fights him, and we get a shot to Vader. Vader's talking to Zara about, hunting down brothers and shit, when he senses the trap spring. So he had set a trap, not specifically to find Luke, but he set a trap at this temple to find a Jedi. And that's why the Grand Inquisitor's like ghost spirits there. Jumps back to the fight. They're fighting. Grand Inquisitor's talking some shit to Luke, like your saber skills suck, boy. Who trained you? All this, and it looks like I know my training isn't complete, but I ain't a beginner. And the Grand Inquisitor's like, I ain't either. And that's when he pulls out his second blade. He lights up a double. But eventually, Luke defeats the Grand Inquisitor, and he's like vanishes. And then later, Vader shows up, and the Grand Inquisitor's there like, I have served for so long. Will there never be a chance of release? And Vader's like, you are but a tool, shaped to serve my purpose. You will continue. And the Grand Inquisitor is just like, there are worse things than death, and just fades into fire. And it just looks like Vader, somehow, I have no idea how he even did it, has trapped the Grand Inquisitor's like spirit to the Force or something to this location. Is basically using him as a servant and not letting him die. Luke returns back to the rebellion as they're talking about like Operation Starlight, and he shows up with his new lightsaber. He lights it up for them, give them a little hope. And we get a little preview image of the next chapter, and it looks pretty badass. It's Leia facing off against Zara, with just the image of Tarkin in the background. And I'm excited for this one because I love the character of Zara. I think she's a badass. I am the president of the ZFU, Zara Fans United. And we know from the little bits we've had of her in the earlier chapters, she hates Leia. She hates Leia. She blames Leia for the destruction of the Death Star. She specifically chose the ship the Fortitude, which was almost destroyed by slammed wreckage from the Death Star. She fixed that ship up, renamed it the Tarkin's Will, after Grand Moff Tarkin, who died on the Death Star. And she handpicked every member of her crew as someone who had lost someone in the destruction of the Death Star. And she specifically blames Leia for the destruction of the Death Star, the death of all those people. And she will stop at nothing until she is the one who kills Leia Organa. And it looks like that confrontation may be coming to a head in issue 7, because the cover is just Leia and Zara staring each other down. I can't wait to get into that one. Pretty excited. So, like always, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/cutthesith, Instagram at instagram.com/cutthesith, join the Discord, the link will be in the description below, and may the Force be with you. I love you.